Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast here. And for those who have not watched my 3 hour stream I just did, don't worry, I'm going to stream once again after this video here. So if you want to watch live streaming on Major Windstorm Gale after this upload, be sure to stay tuned. It will start at around 9 p.m. Eastern, so that'll be my second stream today. But this is going to be another upload on Windstorm Gale. It's currently bringing very heavy snow as we speak for areas like New York City, Philadelphia, much of Pennsylvania, continuing for Virginia, New Jersey. Now starting to bring snow all the way up to the New England region here. So things are starting to get way worse as we continue to get closer and closer to evening and dusk. So as overnight comes in, conditions will get a lot worse. I mean, it's going to be a wintry mess here, 2 to 4 feet, especially for those areas in the Poconos in Pennsylvania and south central New York here. We're going to be talking about the timing, who can see the worst amount of snow, where will the most amount of snow will be, exactly where will the dangerous ice and snow really occur and when. So we're going to be talking about all that throughout this video here. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe, guys, and of course, thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers last night. But without further ado, let's get this upload. So here's a look now at the National Weather Service, and as you can tell, we do actually have millions still under windstorm warnings here, and actually a few advisories and warnings have been taken away from Georgia and North Carolina, but windstorm warnings continue to be issued here now. The whole state of Massachusetts, the whole state of Rhode Island, the whole state of Connecticut are under windstorm warnings here. We now actually have special weather statements issued for New York, and that includes because of a heavy snow band here. Actually, you can tell we are seeing visibility drop to 1/4 of a mile, which is absolutely crazy, and snowfall rates up to 1 inch to possibly 2 inches per hour. And that's going to be heading towards New York very, very soon here. And that's going to make conditions like 10 times worse of exactly what they are right now. We have those same special weather statements issued for western Pennsylvania and central Pennsylvania, because they're as well seeing very strong waves of extremely heavy snow. There's some big waves and really bands of very heavy snow, though. Windstorm warning stretch all the way up for areas near Portland, Maine, down to areas near Boone, North Carolina here. So we have about 50+ million people under windstorm warnings here, and then additional 10+ million under winter weather advisory across the East Coast here. Seeing still heavy snow for Philadelphia, very heavy snow there for continuing there for New York City. The snow starting to come down for areas like Hartford, New Haven, and Massachusetts here. So we still have a lot of left to go here. But let's take a look now at what we're seeing currently on the radar. So this is currently what we're seeing right now overall in the Weather Channel radar here. And as you can tell, we're seeing very widespread snow here. I mean, look at 22 degrees there and 24 in central Pennsylvania. And as you can tell, the special weather statement includes Long Island and New York City because of a very big wave, which is right here, of extremely heavy snow. And that's what brought very heavy snow there towards the Philadelphia area. You see, we actually have now 24 degrees near downtown Manhattan, and it was just around 30 a few hours ago. So temperatures are really significantly dropping there in New York, which is why we're going to be seeing so much snow here. So there you see a big wave there near Trenton and Philadelphia a few hours ago, around 4:50 p.m. Eastern, is now starting all the way up to New York City there, where we have 24 degrees there. Snow starting all the way down to Hartford, all the way up there in Springfield. We're starting to see that snow stretch as far as just recently, and that snow is now entering areas like far southern Massachusetts and southern Rhode Island. So by the next few hours, snow will start to fall down for Providence, Hartford, and Worcester. So that will be on my stream, of course. Snow, of course, continuing for Rochester, Buffalo, and very heavy snow now currently in the area of Pittsburgh, and even as well as downtown Franklin. We're seeing very heavy snow down in downtown Pittsburgh, a big wave of extremely heavy snow there as well. The rain has continued to pour down to Baltimore and DC as you guys are going above freezing here, and that ice and freezing rain is reaching closer to Philadelphia here as we speak. So this is kind of what we're seeing currently right now. So that snow is really pounding much of Pennsylvania, where we do have a state of emergency, and as well really starting to come down there for New Jersey and tri-state area as well, where we have winter weather alerts, and as well as, I believe, a state of emergency for New Jersey as well. Now Hartford, or much of Connecticut, I believe, and Massachusetts are now under some type of a weather alert here and a winter emergency here. So that's exactly how severe this storm's getting right now. But let's take a look now at the future radar. Before we get into that, let's take a look at the Philadelphia live camera here. What we're seeing, this is completely different to what we saw in my first video this morning here. Completely different. We are actually seeing a lot more snow than expected for Philadelphia. So far, we have about 6 inches on the ground in Philadelphia right now, which is a bit more than expected here. I mean, in my video, there was nothing on the ground here, but look, all the trees, the streets are covered here, snow. The winds are still howling, but the worst of the winds have not arrived, not even close. It's only seeing around 16 to 15 mile per hour sustained, with gusts up to 30 here. You can kind of see little flag poles there really shaking. The webcams as well shaking here, but really driving slow here. I mean, the road has about an inch or two on the of snow on the ground from scattered areas there. The plow trucks have come through, but really, this snow is coming so heavy that big band that's created that special weather statement in New York City, it came right through here around an hour ago, and it brought so much snow. You couldn't even see past this building right here. You couldn't see past this. So it's basically around a quarter of a mile visibility, if not less here. And I do have a few viewers in Pittsburgh, in Philadelphia here. But let's look now at what we're seeing in downtown Times Square as well. This is a major difference compared to my last video as well. This is Times Square. We looked at this earlier. I mean, look at the snowfall we've had in the past few hours here. I mean, we've already had flood trucks come through the cement and tiles around 5 or 4 times. You can see my stream when they look at that. Look at this. We're having so much snow on the ground. Look at this nice snowball fight going on. I mean, it's been a long time since New York has had this big of a snowstorm, around 2015, or you can check 2016 here. But we're seeing snow now kind of accumulating on the roads as well. We're expecting the plow trucks to go out there very soon here, but around an inch is on the ground right now on the tile here, but probably maybe 2 or 3 inches on the grass here. And the worst has yet to come. The worst will kind of come around between maybe 12 to 6 a.m. when the worst of the winds and snow will possibly occur there. But really, you can see where they have taken these trucks here, and it's really getting covered quite quickly. Again, an inch or 2 per hour, and that has yet to come with the major special weather statement band. That has yet to come here. So expect in the next few 30 minutes to an hour, completely whiteout conditions here for the metro tri-state area here. So here's like now at Franklin, Pennsylvania, and this is just north of Pittsburgh here. And of course, there's that big snow band we just saw on the current radar on the Weather Channel. You do see these roads are absolutely just filled of heavy snow here, about an inch or 3 on the middle of these roads here. They're filled a lot more than they are filled in New York, or than they're filled in Philadelphia. We have about, I'd say, anywhere from 4 to 7 inches on the ground here in Franklin. They still have a good 3 to 5 inches left to come here. So looking at about maybe just under a foot of snow here, but a really crazy amount of snow here. I mean, look at right. You can definitely tell there's around maybe 4 to 7 inches there as well. Look at the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations. This really comes into play with this nice feeling here. So this is what we're seeing near just outside of the outskirts of Pittsburgh here. But Pittsburgh, of course, really hard to see as they're seeing basically whiteout conditions here. And the webcam's not working, so I had to show Franklin. So this is Franklin right now. But let's look now at what we're seeing for the future radar. So let's look now at the HRRR, and I've not showed this much whatsoever in my videos here, but this is a look now at the HRRR and what they show here. So here's a look now at the next few hours. They have that very heavy snow developing there into New York City. That's going to be where that band where they that has been issued for special weather statement. So that band, which caused a special weather statement to be issued, that's where, when we'll start to see that very heavy snow in the next hour or so. Of course, Baltimore may have another chance to get a few ice pellets there, freezing rain, and of course DC, you guys are well above freezing there. But as we now get in the next 6 hours there, that snow really picking up really bad for areas like Hartford, areas like Boston. It's gonna start getting some flurries in the next 6 hours. Really heavy snow continuing in Pittsburgh, continuing to State College, and the areas as well in Harrisburg. We're going to start getting some freezing rain as well, pushing over to Rochester, Syracuse, some light snow flurries. It'll start diminishing, though, out of Ohio and West Virginia. So you guys have to get out of that snowstorm there. But, of course, it's not even close to done for the Northeast and New England. There's that snow's going to finally arrive into Boston by the next really 10 to 11 hours here. So that's going to bring in extreme conditions there for around 3 to 4 a.m. here, rush hour. Very heavy snow for Albany. Very heavy snow continuing for areas like Scranton, the Poconos. Ice as well at that time for areas like New York City. And of course, as well, that snow will kind of end by the next 18-ish hours there. Let's just looking at another radar. This is the NAM 3 kilometer. As well, they're showing very similar things in the next few hours. Expect that snow, of course, reaching Massachusetts, reaching Rhode Island. Right now, we're getting our first snow showers in those areas, but it's not going to be too widespread for the next few hours here. As well, going to start seeing that ice now pushing more north toward New York City and Philadelphia. So you guys may be well below freezing now, but trust me, you guys will go up in temperatures, especially Philadelphia. New York City, you guys will kind of be all snow, but Philadelphia and Southeastern Pennsylvania will start to get above freezing. That's going to allow for some ice there, and that's going to really stop with the snowfall. So only a few inches left to come there, but in the next 12 hours, really going to see the worst amount of snowfall for Albany, Hartford, all the way up to Boston as well there. And as well, let's just look at the snowfall totals on the HRRR here. As you do see, they're showing an impressive amount of snowfall totals here. Let's actually move this up really quick. So they actually have up to additional 45 inches to come into portions of south central New York. So 4 feet is definitely possible, of course. And so this is real accumulation here. This is not like anything changed or anything. This is the latest update here. They actually have an additional 4 to 5 inches for Pittsburgh. They have an additional maybe a trace for DC due to that second wave. We're actually bringing some more ice and freezing rain. Same thing for Baltimore, maybe an additional inch. Looking at any additional 10 inches for New York City. You guys have already got maybe an addition. You guys probably already got 3 inches. So that's gonna be a total of 13 inches, up to 30 plus inches left to come there for portions of State College. Around 4 to 5 inches left to come there for Philadelphia. And up to, of course, areas into the south central New York and northeastern Pennsylvania, getting from 20 to 40 inches of snowfall. Of course, Boston, 9 to 12 inches to come. Providence, 8 inches, as well as Newport, same thing. Hartford, 13 inches left to come. And that's really starting to really just arrive as we speak. Anywhere from 25 to 30 inches in far western Massachusetts. So it's like Pittsfield can get a big amount of snowfall as well. 20 to 25 inches or more for Albany, up to around 1.5 feet, or sorry, up to half a foot there for Syracuse. Looking at anywhere from 5 to 9 inches of snowfall for those regions. Utica, same thing. Ithaca, looking at probably over a foot of snow. Areas as well into Manchester, New Hampshire, 12 inches as well. So this is definitely going to be an extreme snow event without a doubt here, and I'll explain more and deeper meaning in my live stream here. And then last but not least, quickly talking about the winds here. The next few hours, you're going to start seeing at the 50 plus minor wind gusts for Philadelphia. But really, that's not the big threat, because at that point, the snow will be really dead for Philadelphia, so it really won't be blizzard conditions. But for the next 10 hours here, this is around 4 a.m. That's where that snow is really at its heaviest around there for the tri-state area. And there we're seeing at the 50 to 60 mile an hour wind gust there, at the 40 to 50 for eastern Pennsylvania. And as well until now, as the low pressure moves more northward, and that onshore breeze is going to bring in up to 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts for Boston and the New England area and the New England coast at when it's actually going to get its heaviest snowfall as well. So we're going to be seeing potentially whiteout conditions for areas like northeastern Pennsylvania and even portions of the tri-state area. So New York City can get hit right at the hardest. Not maybe for the highest amount of accumulation, which it won't be at all, but for the actual visibility here, it's going to be very low. This is exactly why the special weather statement has been issued here, but no need for blizzard warning, as it really won't last more than 3 hours of consistent whiteout conditions there. But a quarter of a mile visibility is definitely dangerous to drive in. With the snowfall rate we're seeing right now, it's going to be absolutely crazy. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to join my stream at 9 p.m. Eastern.